we didn't talk about cloud. And it didn't come up in the conversation at all. So isn't cloud a big enabler of this new normal? Shouldn't that be, did we just miss it because we got caught in the cost and customer engagement issue? We assumed cloud is the new normal?
I can speak to that. So the story that Jean-Marc spoke about, just a couple of weeks ago, they had nothing. And they quickly deployed cloud, and they had their cloud environment up, which was taking calls and everything, similar to the story I told, in like 2 days. And then from there, they were able, so they had this platform that could very quickly deploy rich capabilities like the bot platform that he's talking about on top of it. So, again, cloud lets you deploy things, lets you, as Pranay was talking about, fail quickly and learn and do something new very, very quickly, very cost effectively, and still report and measure and make intelligent decisions. So yeah, the cloud capability, and initially people were worried, security and everything else. We're discovering, yes, there are challenges, but with the pandemic, what it's shown us is that people were able to get voice down to the desktop to let people take calls, work on things. And a lot of the security issues, there's lots of certifications and things that cover them in government and FSI and so forth. But a lot of it's around people and process, and those can be managed. The technology manages the security quite well. So yeah, cloud, absolutely. I highly recommend for people that have been sitting on the fence, and I know there's lots of them because we're dealing with them every day. Now's a great time to look forward and move to cloud, for sure.
And you wouldn't do in any other way if you were to start today. You wouldn't put a single dollar on any old infrastructure anymore, right?
No, definitely not.
I'll second Dave over there. I didn't speak about cloud because for me, it's a means of delivery, right? It's a means of delivery. If you get the strategy right, you get the operation elements right, and the enablement, and we talk about adoption services and all of that, irrespective. Now, the fact that you're able to answer 2 million calls in the state of Illinois, we were able to deploy our automation journey. We couldn't have done that by doing all of that on-prem. All the technology elements we've used to achieve this is delivered from the cloud or part of it or in a hybrid setup. So I think the one thing we need to really take this conversation to as CX practitioners and stakeholders is look at the price. Keep your eye on the price, the outcome you want to achieve, right? And this pandemic, if anything, has proven that all these stigma or people sitting on the fence around security, all that sort of stuff, they all went out the door very quickly when you had to deliver a service and it was forced upon you. So what changed? The security threats were still there. What changed was you had to go and do it. We all ran out of excuses, job security, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So my biggest take on it is I don't think cloud should be a conversation. It is an enabler, and it is there for us to not spend millions of dollars to try something out. The whole start fast, fail fast, these platforms provide us with that mechanism. Let's really focus on the crux of it, and that is how I'm going to ensure my survival in this new era. How can I keep my cost to serve down? How can I ensure that I do not compromise in the personalization and the experience? And let the techos and the cloud junkies figure how that gets delivered. And that's why I think if we take this approach, we'll see leaps and bounds in terms of progress we make in our region.
Yeah. Excellent. Great.